You cling film wrapped forest. Hello everybody, it's Barry here. Hope you are well. Welcome to our kitchen, and today we are doing a recipe that derived from a poll that I put on Twitter last night. Oof. I had a lot of requests. There's one guy in particular who really wanted to see Scotch eggs recently, and I was quite interested in trying to get like the runny yolk and all that. But also in the recent Easter egg video I mentioned about doing a homemade Biscoff biscuits or cookies. We'll come on to that in a minute, and that won. The Scotch eggs, I'm sure we will do that. I'm very excited. Based on the sausage rolls which we made, you guys like hammered that out. Thank you so much. So homemade Biscoff, which I think from my Belgian taste test that I did a few years ago, are also called speculoos. Yeah, these things, I mean, generally now they've become so popular, kind of like autumnal spicy, loads of spices which we'll come on to, biscuit, and like you get Biscoff cheesecake. It's like quite a viral food and recipe to make, but they are actually speculoos. And if you don't believe me, ask any Belgian, but also on the Biscoff themselves website, what does Biscoff mean? Biscoff is the name given to Lotus Bakery's speculoos cookies in North America. It is derived from the words biscuits and coffee. Well, that's quite cool. Of course it is. Biscoff? I never knew that. Biscoff, biscuits and coffee. That's amazing. And it's really, really simple. Let's go. That is an amazing pub quiz question, actually, isn't it? Biscoff. Biscoff, biscuits and coffee. Mine, like... It does take about an hour to get the dough ready. More for a chilling thing. It's like a drum roll. First thing, spices. Spices. We have got our 5 main spices. There's also some baking powder and bicarbonate of soda as well, which we'll add in. But the cinnamon is the priority colour, nutmeg, ginger, allspice, and then ground cloves. You can see like, it's almost like a colour wheel. They're all slightly different shades. Like a nervous butler. But they're all kind of like autumnal and spicy and all going to work together to really hopefully give it that nice flavour. Yeah, when you bite into it, it's got that sort of like caramelised sugar taste, hasn't it? So hopefully we can get that. So there's no order to this, just chucking it into a huge old bowl. This bowl is way too big, but I just thought, hey, let's have some fun. A little bit of baking powder, and it's best mate baking soda or bicarbonate of soda, just a little bit of each. Sometimes people ask you like, why do you use both? And I do remember someone told me before, it's something to do with the acidity levels in one, they both sort of do a similar job, but one, I guess it's the bicarb of soda's got more acid, I think it's that one. And the baking powder kind of levels it out, but they kind of work in tandem, if that makes sense. I hope you enjoyed my TED talk. Oh my gosh, I really wish I could waft that down, you can smell it. Smell your screen, wherever you are right now. Smell your phone, get someone to take your photo, send it to me, I will retweet that. If you want a bus, smell your phone screen and get someone to take it. No, don't do that. It just like smells like a forest, like a really woody, like I'm trampling through, there's autumn leaves. Oh, a stench, but a good stench. Hang on a sec, this recipe's not just a big bowl of spice, this isn't an Old Spice advert. No, we need to add some plain flour to help make it a biscuit or a cookie or a speculoos or a speculaas or a Biscoff biscuit and coffee. It's going to give us a slightly darker colour, but some sugar we added in a bit will help that. Now for an unnecessary salt bay. Unnecessary! Picked up way too much salt than I needed. And for the time being, we can leave that. Yeah, it smells like a rustic pine forest or something. Hello, I'm Forrest. Oh, by the way, Forrest Gump 2, the book that I read, amazing, so good. Okie doke, so we've got a bowl of sugar here, and what we're going to do, we need the 2 sugars combined. We've got dark brown sugar too, so we're going to make a little bit of a medley. And just because I'm the cheeky chap I am, we're going to use the same wooden spoon that we had before for the flour. And actually, to be honest, you could probably get away with just using light brown sugar rather than a mix of the white and the dark, but I don't have any light brown. So we're going to just keep mixing that through to make the medley, and then that's going to get medleyed together with our butter. This next step is, damn my cupboards, a whisk worth taking. The butter that I've got here, this was sat at room temperature for about 20 minutes, but it's a cold day, it's still not soft enough and it will help the whisk. So my microwave, about 15 seconds in there just to soften it up, but I will, just to make sure that it doesn't splatter everywhere. Ooh, better, see? I probably did that for way longer than I needed to, but I could just see this one little rogue chunk of butter. I was like, no, I must get you. So this is it done. The next step, we're gonna incorporate the flour into the buttery, sugary mixture. We're gonna do a little bit of a workout. It's gonna be spoon and whisk. Spoon and whisk. Because hopefully you can see even from that initial batch going in, and don't forget to scrape down the sides, but spoon and whisk. We're really affecting the texture now. It's getting slightly like drier and it might go crumbly, but that's fine because we're making effectively a dough. So I'm just gonna keep spoon and whisk. Right, if it looks dry and clumpy like that, don't be alarmed. Oh my gosh, it looks like the surface of Mars a little bit, doesn't it? But oh, you still smell like a pine wood. So it might look like this, but if I just show you, if you pinch it like that, you can see how it suddenly goes to a dough, and that's what we'll basically do. Bring it together roughly into, there we go, that's so much more dough-like now, but the butter, with it being softened, the purpose of putting that back into the fridge is to firm that up so we can get those nice shapes on there. So let me just keep getting that. I mean, you'll probably find if you just scrape it, oh wow, yeah, I pretty much got the whole lot there. Now it's up to you whether you do it into a ball, but what I find is whilst you've got something like this with biscuit dough, if you make it, if you've got enough space in your fridge that is, it should chill quicker. And if I leave this in my hand, it's getting quite sticky. Yeah, Rapmaster 3000. Boom, in there, and it's all together, sealed together. Chill it for a fridge for at least 45 minutes to an hour, as I say, or if you're in a rush, stick it in your freezer. But wait, it'll be worth it. You cling-filmed wrapped forest. The only thing you probably else need to do if you haven't done it already is prepare your baking tin. I've got one of my Barry Lewis Silpats. They're out of stock at the moment, but coming back very, very soon. Or just line it with some baking parchment. The other thing is that I've got the most random array of cookie cutters, but I have not got one similar to the shape of the biscuit, but that's fine. It can be whatever you want. I think the gingerbread man would actually work quite well with it because of all the spices. The other thing is the colour of the biscuits when we bake them. I'll come on to that in a minute. It's not quite time to preheat my oven just yet because, as I say, we're leaving it in the fridge for an hour. So I've got a bit of tidying up to do, and I will see you in a jiffy. I can't remember if this was an in-house joke between Mrs. Barry and I, but when we got this, I'm sure I mentioned it on the channel, when we put this kitchen in, I said, oh look, I've got 2 spice racks. Never in my wildest dreams did I realise that I would fill both of them, so we're putting more in here now. Yeah, for Christmas, I'm going to ask for a 3rd spice rack. They used to want PlayStations and stuff like that. Now, it's all about them spice racks. So this is like, I've got 2 or 3 boxes like this. Most of my gadgets, if I don't give them away or they go to a charity shop, I keep them. There's some actually, like the Panda bread maker, do you remember that? We've got the Oreo hook that I flew on a drone. Some memories in this box. I found it. I found what I actually genuinely wanted to get. This is like a stamper for like jammy dodgers, and it's got that curved shaped end. You stamp it in. We've got a custard cream one as well. It does actually stamp them. They were a little bit rubbish. They weren't amazing. So we'll see if we can do that actually. It might be fun to do a few random ones, and then I think we'll just do plain ones. Alright, so I'm leaving my garage now. I was just in there for like about 10 minutes just looking at all these memories. It's like, I just found like loads of stuff. I was like, oh, I remember I did that. Oh, I just can't see me. I don't remember the 3D printed gadget video I did recently. I was very kindly sent some of my Barry Lewis logo ones. The main thing with all of these stampers, from what I remember, just like with the dough now, is to really keep it floured. So let's get it out. Flour, flour, flour is so important. Still smelling bonkers. One of the last videos we did, we put bonkers on the screen. There was a guy called Dizzy Rascal. Who's that? Don't worry, that probably made me and Linton feel quite old.
Hello?
Hello. Do you know where the cookie cutters are?
Right, that cupboard above the oven.
Okay.
Pink tin.
That was my hotline to Mrs. B. She's doing this on purpose. She's waiting just to come back just as they're freshly baked, and that's exactly what I do. I've got my stamps, but I want to find a few more. Alright, I got the tin out, and to be honest, I don't have any rectangular cutters, and this is going to do the same job as this anyway. It's fine. So let's just try. So it's about 1/4 of an inch thick. Take one out like that. Boom! Because it's so firm, it holds the shape. If we tried doing that when we first made it, there's no way that would have worked. So depending on how long it takes you to do all these, repeating on all the dough, you might want to just do a little batch, keep the rest in the fridge, even put a little bit of baking parchment with all of these in the fridge just to hold the shape, because if this drops to room temperature, it could just become a blob when you bake it, and you do really want to get that awesome shape. In fact, I'm going to do another. tin. Oh my gosh. Well, that's all I'm going to do, make a load more. Custard cream one, you press the stamp design down. And then you've got to try and get it out. Come on. Oh, yes. Like I say, keep it floured, keep it chilled, and you're going to smash this. All right, for reference, I actually had enough to do 2 trays, and what I'm just going to do, in fact, I'll just grab this one right here. These have just been chilled, but I'm just going to see if with a toothpick, oh, this is actually quite tricky, if I can just write Baz with a toothpick. And as I do this, my lovely wife, I nearly called you Lady Barry then, has just walked into the room.
Oh, the custard, that's playing with your mind, that.
It is, isn't it? And this is the thing, like I said, with these biscuits, you don't want to bake them too crazily, but at the same time, they do have a bit of a crunch to them, so we'll see what happens.
Any reason why you chose the backwards stamp?
Backwards B, what do you mean? What's backwards about that? Oh yeah. Oh no! What do you think Biscoff stands for?
I thought you were going to say sounds like.
Biscuits and coffee.
Oh.
That's what it's short for, honestly. Sorry, I just had to get a little clip of how cute my dogs were looking. They look very chilled. So they've got the 2 different ovens that I use. This one was actually on the middle shelf, okay? And they've actually stayed quite thin like that. The other batch in the corner, I've just got them there. They were on the top shelf for the first sort of 7 minutes. I had a little look and they were puffed up massively. Probably the baking powder and the bicarb getting really excited. So I lowered it and they did actually collapse. I want to say collapse, I mean they kind of got, you can just sort of see they're a little fatter there in the distance, whereas these are nice and thin. Oh, you can see the Baz. It's kind of held its shape. Yeah, the custard cream is just about bearable, but that was just like an added bonus to do it. Someone did tell me, I don't know if that's true, but they do actually have molds that they put these in to get such an amazing defined shape when they're making them en masse like that, but I'm not worried about that, I'm worried about the taste. So I've got one, it's still warm, so if I eat that, it'll just melt in my mouth. It'll be lovely, but by letting it fully cool, we'll get that proper biscuit texture. All right, so there we are, cooling down, looking gorgeous, smelling again so good. If you turn it over, you do get slightly more of that color I wanted to, but I really feel if I pushed it any more, they might have just turned to charcoal, and I feel like we've got the balance just right, so really do monitor that. Okay folks, I'm not going to go too crazy and showing you all of them, but like the custard cream one, you can see the design here. Yeah. But the Barry Lewis logo one, wrong way around, that's the right way around. No, that's the wrong way around. But I'm most impressed by my hand-drawn Baz one. Look at that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Let's see what they taste like. Do we eat all of these? There's only one way. It depends what they taste like. They could be rubbish. Let's go for it.
Okay.
This shape, it's got a real nice thinness to it. So medium shelf, definitely.
They smell like it.
I mean, I've just got that smell of an aftershave counter in a department store, to be honest. All spice.
Cloves.
That is fantastic.
Wow.
Do you like it?
I do. That tastes just like a Biscoff. I think you've got the flavour.
Yeah.
Like measurements.
All the spices in there.
Yeah, the flavour level just right.
The crunch is good there. I pushed it a couple more minutes than I would like a standard biscuits, just for that extra little bit of snap, and hopefully you heard that. That's really, really nice.
Oh, yummy.
I think as a personal preference, the fact that you're making it homemade, you could really push the spices even more, and I probably would give it a little bit more twang next time, just because you can. But I think...
Great dunked in coffee.
Biscoffy. So there we go, one last look at them, and now it is your turn to give them a go. If you do try them, don't forget to send me a photo on social media. We enjoy seeing your photos. It's really awesome to see that. It's very inspiring to keep us all going doing these videos for as long as we have, because that's why we do it. Don't forget to subscribe for regular videos. Any more tips? I think keep it chilled, keep it floured, keep it real. See you soon.
Bye.
Check your level, player. No matter what your style, the kitchen's for me. Simon's moustache, goatee, maybe all 3.
I would say a little bit more nutmeg, just because I blooming love nutmeg. A little bit more deeper, because you can really pimp it.
Maybe a bit less cloves.
Way!
That's my personal...
It's a Friday, Mrs. B.